Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EURUSD. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody, let's take a look at the euro currency. So yesterday price action was a bit dramatic, and actually our setup that we have prepared in the weekly report has been harmed right in the beginning of the session, because just to think ahead, the pattern that we have expected to get on the hourly chart, if you remember, we have talked about the possible brand buy sell for taking the short position, has not been formed, but instead of that we've got the double repo buy, and that was really the first warning sign for a setup that has suggested the possible downward continuation. And indeed right now we see that the yesterday session was really significant, and the upward action was fast, and mostly almost has raised the previous reversal. But from the technical point of view, we haven't made any mistake, because this action that we saw on Friday, from the technical point of view, was not rational. So it has shown reversal in a moment from the technical point of view there should not be any reversal, because no significant barriers were standing for the session, and that was mostly done by the fundamental events. So currently what we see on the daily chart, as you can see, yesterday market has formed a bullish grabber, and this grabber suggests the tail taking out of this top. It means that market will try to challenge again this 1730 resistance for the third time, and if it will be successful, market will move slightly higher somewhere to 1750 area. It will get the chance to grab the stops that have been placed above this area. So it means that market could show the acceleration, and then our next resistance area that we will be watching for stand at 1780, 118.20 area approximately. So that will be the destination point in the case of the breakout of this area. Currently, guys, we should not think about taking the short position, at least at the large scales of the of charts. So the daily and the follow time frame chart, maybe some scalp trades could be taken on the hourly charts and lower time frames. But currently on the daily, on the follow time frame chart, with having the bullish grabber on the back, it's not really a good idea for taking the short position. So we need to see whether the market either will taking out of the stops and complete the grabber, or grabber will be erased and the market will drop lower and taking out of this loss. So situation has changed drastically since our discussion on Friday. It's really very funny action. So since Friday was drastic reversal here, and now we have the drastic reversal in the opposite direction. But that's the current time where we're living. So it's a lot of information, and it's too much driving factors for markets, not only economical but political as well. So on the follow time frame chart, we currently could turn back again to our triangle pattern, and market as well hasn't completed the second condition of the bearish reversal. We said keep an eye on the breakout and returning back in the triangle. If market will do this, this will be the confirmation that indeed market has turned context to bearish. But as you can see by this price action, market was able to hold above it, and no return has happened in triangle, and this confirms that the bullish sentiment is still on the table. From that standpoint of view, we could keep an eye on the target of the same pattern that we have talked in the last week. So this is A, B, C bottom, COP minor extension, 618 extension of this pattern. But take a look, it has the target 1790, and this target creates an agreement with the daily confidence resistance area 1780, 1820 area. So the COP stands right inside this area, and this will be significant resistance, and maybe market will show some response on that. At the same time, this is a 127 extension of this potential butterfly stands in the same area. It means that here we could get some retracement. And this destination point easily could be reached, because the market will challenge the 1730s as I said, stop orders will be triggered, and they will add fuel to the upward direction. So in this case, market will easily could reach the COP target in 1791, 118 area. What we have on the hourly chart? On the hourly chart, guys, precisely we have the pattern that I mentioned in the beginning of the video. So take a look how it was really developed, this situation. So recall our analysis on weekend. We said keep an eye on this situation. Thrust down is good if market will reach the 3.8 resistance of this drop, create the Brent body. You could try and take the short because the appearing of the Brent body will be very good issue to minimize the risk. If it starts to move to minimal target, you could move your stops to the break even. But what we have instead, thrust down, close above the 3x3, close below, creating the new lows, and close above again. That was perfect double repo buy pattern, because market here with this upper direction above the 3x3 hasn't reached that 3.8 resistance. That's necessary condition for the Brent body, and as a result, the price action was different compared to what we have expected. But the early note on that has been done by the market with the forming of the double repo, because double repo is not the bearish continuation, it's a reversal pattern. This reversal has happened right at the lower border of this channel, which also should be broken according to our analysis. So currently, guys, market has completed minor ABC bottom pattern. COP target has been hit pips by pips, and currently we could work only with this most recent swing, because this top stands below this one. That's why we can't create the support levels from that lows to this top. Most of them have been broken by this action, so freight retracement already has been done here. We could work only with this swing. Also, these lows are the lows of the grabber. So theoretically, until the grabber stands in place, we could search for a retracement and try and take the long position on some retracement, maybe on appearing some bullish patterns, if any will be formed here. Finally, on this hourly chart, we have another minor ABC bottom pattern. Its OP target has been completed. XOP stands at 1756, so it stands somewhere in the middle between the 1730s and 118, the target on the 4-hour time frame chart. So also probably you could recognize here another butterfly could be formed, but that is minor target. Probably will be passed just by the action triggering of the stop orders. So as you can see, in euro currency situation changes almost every day, and some new driving factors appears. Market behaves, shows different patterns compared to what we talked about in the weekly report. So, but our task here is be careful and keep closely what market will form and react correspondingly. So if we saw that market hasn't created Brent bar to sell, but it's formed double repo buy, definitely not the point where we should take the short position. So that's our task here. So market provides us patterns and hints, and we need to interpret them correctly. Let's see how the new scenario will develop and whether market will hit our target around 180.